Okay, Barklord, I wasn't going to make a video, but I think I probably should to explain why I think to you to be argumentative, even though I don't intend to be. It's partly because I care about this subject a lot, and partly because I'm not getting your position. Um, I made a video some time ago about active listening. I think we should be doing active listening more. So, this is my attempt to actively listen. I'm going to tell you what I think your position is and why I have some reservations about it. I think you're basically saying that Giordano Bruno, now this is a follow on from your position on Galileo, and I think I would slightly disagree with that also, or at least slightly. But about your position on Bruno, I really, really care a lot about that position. Um, as I understand your position, it is that he was a Hermeticist and that bothered the Catholic Church because they thought that that was a move towards an egalitarianism. That would be interesting. I don't think it's really the truth behind this, though. I've pointed out to you some reasons. I don't think Bruno's attitude was, unfortunately, it wasn't egalitarian. Um, that doesn't mean I don't admire Bruno, but there were flaws in Bruno. One of them was that, as you find flaw with Galileo being arrogant, which, you know, I don't really, it doesn't bother me as much if somebody's arrogant. Um, I just try to like listen to them beyond their arrogance and see if I can understand what they're trying to say. And about Bruno, I think I understand Bruno, but I'm not sure that I do because I think he's an enigma. Um, I discovered Bruno a long time ago. I was in Texas and I was waiting for my mother to pick me up from the library. I was stuck there because it was summer, it was hot. The backstory on this would be too long, but I was stuck downtown and there was an air conditioned library and I spent my allowance, so I didn't have any actual spending cash. And I went in and I found this book called The Cosmology of Giordano Bruno. And it happened to be, I mean, it was either 16 or 17. I think I was probably about 16 and a half. And I saw this book and I'd been interested in telescopes since I was 10, so I picked it up because I was really interested in cosmology, but I had no idea who Giordano Bruno was. I sat down on a really comfortable chair in this library in Texas, public library. They were building a skyscraper right across from where I was sitting, and the construction workers were flying airplanes off the side of the building instead of working, which I really thought was a great thing. It was like a celebration of life. So I both would read. I read for hours. I read most of the book while I was sitting there waiting for my mother. And that's how I was introduced to Bruno. And every once in a while, I'd look up and I'd see a paper airplane that the construction workers had built being flown off the side of the building. And it was like a sound, like a visual effect for what I was reading because it seemed to me that Bruno was somebody who knew how to get beyond the paradigm he was forced to live in. And when you're 16 and a half, you feel like you're being forced into somebody else's paradigm, believe me. So that was my introduction. And I thought I discovered Bruno. I didn't think anybody else, nobody had checked the book out in years and years and years and years. So it was like a secret book that was just my book. And I became very infatuated, and I still am, with the way Bruno saw the world. I think a lot of people are. I have actually been to Rome 4 times. on the anniversary of his burning, because that, to me, is the significant day in which the Catholic Church um, betrayed humanity by burning someone who just wanted to think for himself. Now, that doesn't excuse Bruno was a little bit arrogant, and he was a little bit of a self-promoter, partly because he had to be. But I mean, what I'm basically saying is, I do think that what Bruno did was important. I think we need to stop, perhaps, thinking that science and cosmology are at odds with seeing the world as a deeper reality. And I think that's what you think. I think, and if I'm wrong, correct me, because I'm trying to actively listen to what you said. If you think that science says we can't see deeper, um, then I think you might want to rethink that. You know, my first impulse is not to post this video, but I guess I will because I want to know what you think. But I mean, I don't want to offend you, and I can tell that I offend you. I think I offend you more in um, comments. So I'm trying to do it by a different medium to see if I can understand what you're actually saying. But I don't think that science is the enemy. I think that thinking too literally about the world can present problems. Um, and maybe that's it. I don't know. Anyway, I'll post this. It's my attempt to think actively or to listen actively to what you said. And if I'm wrong, tell me where I'm wrong. Take care. And, listen to this actively if you can. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.